What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Flippinstoop. I hope you guys are rocking your day out, getting everything accomplished that you're supposed to. Now check it out. I made a long, lengthy video earlier today, and this is kind of going to piggyback off it a little bit, but we're not going to talk about, having direction and a goal and being intentional and deliberate. What we're going to talk about is how hard it can be sometimes, right? Because in your mind, you got a vision, right? I don't know what your vision is. Maybe it's to pay your bills. Maybe it's to build a pole barn in the future and have employees, right? Being an entrepreneur with an entrepreneur mindset, that's my goal, that's my vision, that's my dream, is to have something people are working out of as at the same time I'm working, right? Employ people. Give back to the community. Give people what I feel like, they're worth, opposed to these $13, $14 an hour jobs. So what I want to talk about is how difficult it is starting from square one, listing number one. Okay, you guys know I list clothes, so I feel like I need to get up into the 20 to 30,000 items in my inventory where I'll start feeling really good about myself, right? Now the hard part is how many hours that takes you to get there, right? If you really look back at your vision, this is something you're just seeing in your mind. It is not real. Right? In the beginning, it's not real. This is just a figment of your imagination saying, hey, maybe I could build something that is unseeable. So you got to have faith, right? You got to have faith that you can accomplish building onto something every single day, right? What was getting me is I was listening to a video a little bit ago, and this guy stated, most sane people will quit during the process because of how difficult it is and how long it actually takes you to get there. First of all, you are building onto something you can't even see, right? We'll use my example, having a warehouse with people working out of it, right? That is not out there right yet. There's millions of other warehouses where people are working out. They have employees and everything else, right? But my vision is not there yet. And I strive at it every single day, and I have been for 2.5 years. So when you think about it, when you think about the reselling, this is where a lot of people, when I talk about the get rich overnight scheme is impossible on eBay, don't even think that way, guys, because that is not how it's going to work out for you. I don't care what you are even selling. You're going to have to build a rapport, first of all, with eBay. But second of all, it's something that you are doing that the norm is not doing. This is what keeps me going, right? Not everybody is willing to go down into their basement for 10 hours a day and start a small business. Most people are not willing. You know why? Because they can't see the outcome. They can't see past reality. You're seeing reality like, okay, I'm in a basement, who's going to buy my one item that I list on eBay, right? Or who's going to buy my 30 items that I put on eBay? That's where your mindset, meaning your mindset's in a small area, right? We've all been there before. If everybody's mind was further than that small mindset, then everybody'd be entrepreneurs. Because there's not a single soul in this group or anywhere else in the planet Earth that has not had $1 million idea. They just have never acted on it. They don't know how to get started, right? Reselling is really simple. You just go get an item and you take some photos and you upload it. And that is the beginning of your journey. There's going to be a whole lot of other shit that comes with that, right? But that is the beginning of your journey. And as long as you are working on a daily basis and building onto that vision every single day, one day that's going to pan out. One day it's going to pan out. Like seriously, I talked earlier, at about 30 items a day, depending on your sale rate, between $10 and $40 at 30 items a day, you're over $100,000 in sales a year. Okay? Now that's me telling you straight up, if you list 30 items every single day this year, you can make $100,000. I don't know what your 9 to 5 is paying you now, right? I don't know. Maybe it is paying you $100,000. Maybe it won't even be worth your time, right? But if you can make that, if you can make $100,000 on 30 items, what can you make on 60 items a day? What can you make on 8? See, people don't want to hear them big numbers because they don't want to stay. They don't want to stay dedicated to the platform. You're looking for something that you can get in and get out on. eBay is not it. Guys, eBay is not that. It's going to take you years to build up a strong enough structure to be able to take care of you and other people. You think you want to be able to pay somebody listing 10 items a day? It's never going to happen. I don't care what you're selling. I mean, I guess if you're selling 10 houses a day, then hell yeah, you can pay a bunch of people, right? But most of us don't have money to invest in the real estate when we're first starting on eBay. That's why we're starting small. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm going to wait a bit. Thank you. So, it pondered my mind down here thinking that most people probably think I'm crazy because you tell your dream to somebody, right? And then you chuck away at it for a couple and a half years and people don't see massive results and they think they're wasting their time. But you know in the back of your mind that one day it's going to pay off, right? It might not be till year 5 for me. It might not. And I'm not saying it's not paying off now. Nobody's got to sign my paychecks. Right? And guys, that's not a boast or a brag. That's just saying what you can do with commitment on a daily basis to eBay. Right? eBay will sign your paychecks every day. And they'll release you money every single day. Right? There's never a day that we go by anymore not having what we need throughout the day. Never. Now, we're not starving. We don't need for any. Yes, there's always wants. Right? But we don't need for nothing. We don't need for nothing. And when I worked a 9 to 5, I always needed for something. I was short on being able to take my fiance out to eat. I was short on gas. I was short on making my bill payments. I was short here. I was short with eBay. None of that. None of that. That's a big stress reliever, being able to build up enough inventory to get there. Right? And you could do that. And I started it when I worked a 9 to 5, guys. I didn't just say, hey, one day my life sucks. And, well, I kind of did, but I don't have any income. I had income coming in when I started this gig, right? So I strongly encourage you not to walk off your 9 to 5. But the main focal point of this video, guys, was most people are going to think you're fucking nuts. Most people are going to think you are blowing smoke up their ass and you're never going to make the type of money you're talking about, right? And you don't know if you're going to. The only way you're going to is if you push beyond breakable, you're going to want to feel like you're going to break. I'm telling you. I've had many of times where I'm thinking, am I just doing this shit? Like, I'm looking around at my inventory right now. I'm like, hey, okay, now I feel like I got somewhere. But some days I'm like, I feel like I'm getting nowhere. But as long as you're listing items, you're getting somewhere. Okay? Remember that. If you want to get good at reselling, we got it down to, when I first started listing items, guys, it took me about 30 minutes to list an item. That's because I was listing everything, and I had to do a lot of research. Now I got it down to 3.5 minutes to 6.5 minutes per listing. So you can rock out 10 to 15 items an hour by yourself. Really, if I go stone cold, cutthroat, no distractions, I can do my 30 items in 2.5 hours, and I'm done for the day. And it's 6 figures a fucking year doing that. You guys, this is truthful. If you crack down and get good at listing, that's where it's at. If you get good at listing, you can do your 2.5, 3 hours a day and have six figures of sales a year. By the time you're done, you're coming home with $65,000, $70,000 after taxes and everything. That's not too shabby. Okay, so if you put 3 hours a day, times that by 7, that's 21 hours a week of listing. That's half the time of your 9 to 5, 40-hour check, and you're making double, triple the pay. I don't know. Tell me where I'm going wrong. Tell me where I'm going wrong. Although, because I want to grow and have a bigger turnover, I'm putting the majority of our earned income back into the business, because one day, instead of having $1,000 coming to us a week, I want $10,000 coming to us a week. Do you hear what I'm saying? So I put the majority of it right back into the business. So don't look like we're playing with a lot, because we're not. I'm thinking future, not today. So how are you thinking? Are you thinking, let's start listing some items so I can go get a new fresh pair of Jordans next week? Because that's not the attitude you're going to want to have, I'm telling you. It's not. Maybe 5 years down the road, I'll be able to wear whatever the fuck I want to wear whenever I want to wear it. That's a good way to look at it, right? Or I'll be able to live in whatever I want to live in, or drive in whatever I want to drive in. 5 years down the road. How many people are willing to put that much work in before the results start coming in? I'm not saying you can't get results. I mean, really, if I want to start living more frugally, I could. I definitely could. I can start spending some more money every single day on fancy clothes and shiny glasses. And you see, I got the same hat on every single day, right? But I could be out there, I could be out buying a new hat every single day. Sure. But then in the future, all I'm doing is taking away from how we can live 5 years down the road. So you have to think about it in long terms, right? Earlier I was talking about sowing your seed. The farmer sows its seed, it's not going to get a turnout for 8 months, maybe 9 months, right? They're going to plant their shit in the spring, and by fall time, their payday's coming. How many are willing to do that? Planting your seed every single day. So 3 months later, you get paid. 6 months later. A year later. That's the way you got to look at reselling, because that is exactly the way it works. You are planting your seed every day you are listing items. Because what happens is the more and more you list them same amount of items, the more and more items eBay allows of yours to get sold. They just start selling all of a sudden. More and more and more. It's nothing, no magic twist that I'm putting on any of my listings. It's being consistent every single day. The moment you stop being consistent, watch how eBay reacts to that. Your sales will diminish fast as shit. This is not it's just like bodybuilding. I use bodybuilding for an example because I did it for 6 years, right? I did it for 3.5 years, 2 times a day, every single day of my life. I got pretty big for a long time. It was hard though. You know, the moment I stopped lifting weights, you see me now. The moment I stopped lifting weights, right back down to my 170, 175 weight. eBay's the same way. You sow your seed, you sow your seed, you sow your seed, you do this shit for 5 years, hardcore, dedicated, pays good, you're making $100,000 a year. And then all of a sudden you just think you can stop because you got 20,000 items in your store. I guarantee within 6 months, you'll be right back down to 1 sale a day. That's how it's going to work. You got to stay consistent on a daily basis, guys. And like I said, people are going to think you're fucking nuts. I'm sure my fiance probably thinks when she's up there doing whatever she's doing, talking with the kids or whatever, I'm sure she probably thinks, man, this man is down in that basement 7 days a week, standing there listing items. But the only way her vision can even see what I'm seeing is because I tell her what I see, right? But if I didn't tell her that, she would probably think I'm batshit crazy down here. Right? You're doing all that work for that amount of pay, right? And I'm not saying it's bad pay, by no means necessary. But she, again, is not seeing how much is going back into the business, okay? Or maybe she is and realizing, damn, we're still just living very frugally. And so why are you working so hard? Because one day, we're going to be able to live a lot more comfortable because of all the seeds we sowed over the course of 5 years, or 10 years, or 15, 20 years. You know, if you want to get great at reselling, get good at listing. And get good at not worrying about the people around you. Think about what you're doing. Because all your friends are going to tell you you're batshit crazy and ain't never going to work. None of them are going to be like, yeah, dude, go. You know, they're going to be like, dude, you're fucking stupid. Just stay at your 9 to 5. You've been there for 5 years now. Don't leave, right? Those are small-minded people. Get the fuck away from small-minded people. Small-minded people will keep you right there in their circle, and you'll be a small-minded, mediocre, achieving individual all your life. You guys, 99%, the majority of people in the world are small-minded people, and I'm not criticizing them, poking. They can't see past reality. Right? Their reality is, I've never owned a business, I can never own a business, all I'm worth is $600 a week at this stupid iron factory, and that's what it is. Yeah, that's what you're giving it. Yeah, so that is what it's going to be. That is not what it's got to be. You can make it whatever you want. The choice is yours. It's your boy Flippinstoop. You guys have a great night.